Hi there, welcome to H. Greg Lux. We hope you're enjoying your online shopping experience. You're about to watch a detailed walk-around video of your vehicle of interest. The goal of our videos is to provide transparency and full confidence in your buying decision, right from the comfort of your own home. Enjoy the video.
Hello and welcome to H. Greg Lux. Here I have a 2019 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS. This car came with a clean Carfax report and it has 2 previous owners. What I'm going to do in this video for you is I'm going to show you around the car. We're going to take a look at it to see if there's any kind of damage, including scratches, dents, chips, or anything else. Here at H. Greg Lux, we want to be as transparent as possible and give you total peace of mind. So if there's anything you need to know about this car, we will let you know. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go panel by panel, checking out the vehicle, and we're going to start right here with the front bumper. We want to know if there's any sort of damage. Front bumper's in perfect condition. What about the hood? We want to know if there's any scratches, any dents, any chips, or any other kind of damage. The hood is in excellent condition as well, and we can move on right here to the driver's side of the vehicle. And we're going to start with the fender. We want to know if there's any sort of damage. Again, looking good. What about the wheel? I'm not seeing any sign of curve rash or any other kind of damage. The wheel is in perfect condition. Now let's move on to the door panel, where again we want to know if there's any sort of damage. Looks perfect. What about this fender? And this fender's in perfect condition as well. What about the wheel? Looks perfect. Again, I'm not seeing any sort of damage, just like the first one. There's no sign of curve rash. Let's move on to the back side of the vehicle, starting with the rear bumper. Again, we want to know if there's any scratches, any dents, any chips, or any other kind of damage. Everything's looking perfect here. What about the rear hood? And once again, I'm not seeing any sort of damage at all. Let's move on to the passenger side of the vehicle, starting right here with this fender. And just like the other side, this one is in perfect condition. What about the wheel? And again, I'm not seeing any sort of damage at all. Let's move on to the door. Looks perfect, just like the other side. And now let's move on to the last fender of this car. Again, we want to know if there's any sort of damage at all. And I can safely say that the exterior of this vehicle is in excellent condition overall. Let's now move on right here to the wheel, where again we want to know if there's any sort of damage. But just like the last 3, this one has no sign of curve rash or any other kind of damage. Now we can move on to the interior of the vehicle, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the seat, checking the leather. We want to know if there's any sort of wear and tear, any sort of damage. And the only thing I notice is just some very minor wear and tear right here on the side, but overall it is in great condition. Now let's move on to the door panel, taking a close look at the stitching, at the leather. We want to know if there's any tears, any scratches. But just like the seat, this door panel is in excellent condition as well. Now let's move on to the other side of the vehicle, the passenger side, and we're going to do the same thing. We're first going to take a look at the seat, checking the leather, seeing if there's any sort of wear and tear, any sort of damage. And just like the other side, this one is in perfect condition. Let's move on right here to the door panel. Taking a close look at the leather, we want to know if there's any tears, any scratches. But once again, the door panel is in excellent condition. There's no sign of any tears or any scratches, as I previously mentioned. Now we can go ahead and take a look at the back seats, starting with this one on the passenger side. Looks perfect. I'm not seeing any kind of damage. What about the other one? And again, I'm not seeing any sort of damage at all. The back seats are in excellent condition. Now that we're inside the car, I want to show you a few things. The first of which is the mileage of this vehicle. As you can see on the left side of the dashboard, this car has 14,926 miles. The other thing I want to show you is that this car comes with a GPS system, as you can see on the screen. And very important as well, it comes with a backup camera. Perfect. Now let's move on right here to the steering wheel. We want to know if there's any sort of damage at all to the leather, any scratches, any dents, anything at all. Everything's looking perfect. What about the buttons? We want to know if there's any sort of scratches on them. This side looks perfect, and this side looks perfect as well. Let's move on to the mid console, where again we want to know if there's any scratches to the screen, to the knobs, the buttons, or to anything else. Everything's looking perfect. The mid console and the steering wheel are in excellent condition. Now we can take a look at the trunk of the car, which is in the front side of the vehicle, and we just want to know if there's any type of wear and tear, including scratches in the sides or in the floor of the trunk. But as you can see, there's no sign of damage. The trunk of this vehicle is in excellent condition and very well kept. Now we can take a look at the engine of the car, and we just want to take a quick look. Perfect. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact one of our representatives here at H. Greg Lux.